A lot of reasons lately to be excited about Alberta independence. We'll cover some of those reasons in this video. It should be pretty action-packed here. The first reason, the Liberal majority now and all those floor crossers.
The federal Liberals have managed to obtain a majority government in the House of Commons, sweeping 3 by-elections last night. Combine that with the 5 floor crossers they've attracted, and there might not be a federal election until 2029.
Unbelievable. 5 floor crossers. They won those by-elections last night, but 5 floor crossers, I think, has to be the headline here. So ridiculous. Here's Mark Carney talking about his newly formed majority government.
Now that you secured a parliamentary majority, do you have the mandate you need to govern, or will you call in an election in response to those who suggest the majority is not legitimate?
Well, I'd refer to my earlier answer. We live in a parliamentary democracy. Canadians elect deputies. Deputies vote with their conscience and support the program that they see best for their constituents and for the country.
That's so crazy, man. So what, every election there can just be 20 floor crossers? Why not have 40? Just vote for somebody, and then in 3 months, in 18 months, they can just change their mind. They are setting such a bad precedent here in Canada. 5 floor crossers all in one direction shortly after an election. That's a terrible precedent.
We do have a parliamentary majority now, and that is the product in the last 24 hours of strong support, increasing support for those deputies, the Liberal candidates, in those 3 ridings.
So you're not considering calling an election?
Not considering calling an election. I think very...
Why would he call an election? I don't see a reason. I mean, I really think the only way out of the Liberal land that Canada has become is Alberta independence, Western independence. Another recent development in Alberta independence, which is a big deal for sure. The largest account on X, the richest man on earth, who also is a Canadian citizen, Elon Musk, showed support for independence.
It's only a single word, but Elon Musk, the world's richest man, has endorsed Alberta independence. He began by posting this on his social media site: "Canada is cooked." Now, David Parker, a supporter of Alberta independence, responded to that by saying, "Yeah, Alberta independence is the only way we save what is left of it." Musk replied with a single word in the affirmative: "Yeah." Now, Musk was...
I'll make a claim here. It's just a guess. I think if Alberta independence continues to gain momentum like it has lately into the summer, into the fall, I think you'll see Elon Musk comment on it more. Maybe he'll come up to Canada and campaign. I mean, we will see what happens, but Elon Musk has definitely shown in the past he's willing to do little side quests like he did with getting Trump, helping Trump get elected in 24. I mean, he definitely did something there. He's commented on politics in the United Kingdom. And again, he is a Canadian citizen. He must look up at Canada and think, what the heck is happening there with all the woke craziness? So shout out to Elon Musk. I was very encouraged to see this. And again, Musk has a pattern of getting involved in politics. Honestly, maybe he'll come to Calgary. Maybe he'll come to Edmonton. Maybe he'll give speeches. I mean, these are all just wild speculations, but he's done like more wild things in politics. That's for sure. Briefly covering another celebrity talking about Alberta independence, Rob Schneider here. Very funny comedian. I officially recognize the new independent nation of Alberta and its separation from the People's Republic of Canada and the socialist morons in Ottawa. That's just 5 days ago. Rob Schneider, a guy who's, again, vocal about politics on the internet. A lot of support there for Alberta independence. Yes, he's kind of being funny with it, but I do think that would represent his views. I mean, I'm not 100% sure because he is a comedian, but okay, aside from the things we have covered so far in this video, there has been some polls lately that I would argue are quite good for Alberta independence. We'll take a look at a bit of this video here with 2 people who I believe would be against Alberta independence, but they're basically admitting, hey, these polls are decent for Alberta independence, or at least the guy speaking anyway.
I'm here in Calgary. I'm around business community leaders and civil society leaders who, can and should be doing more. And I know the conversations they're having with each other. And a lot of it is just, it's too careful. It's too cautious. They're keeping their powder dry. They don't want to ruffle any feathers. They don't want to upset the government. And it is way too serious for people to be playing it that safe. You look at the Polera data that you referenced there. It's dug into in my column. The headline numbers are 27% support, 63 oppose or 65 oppose. But if you push people on it and say, well, what about if you want to send a message to Ottawa, right? You hear that a lot. Well, we're going to send a message to Ottawa. Support goes into the 40s, and
that's huge, man. That is massive. 27% initial support for separatism. 15% considering a protest vote, 42% that adds up to. That's massive, because I definitely think there would be, I would guess 5%. It's hard to say, of course, with any precision, of the people that would be considering Alberta independence, but wouldn't want to share that with a pollster. I mean, if I got called by a pollster, I don't think I'd even answer the phone. I don't know if I want to tell them my views, because what if, say, you work for the government or you're a contract for the government? You might think, and say you support Alberta independence, you might think, what if this gets back to my boss or whatever? Or say you work in the private sector and you know that your boss or your supervisor is way against Alberta independence. Are you going to feel comfortable telling some stranger in a poll? I don't think so. So 42%, I think that is a very encouraging number for Alberta independence. Another factor in Canada, I think, that will be bullish for Alberta independence, I mean, it was kind of covered at the beginning when talking about the Liberal majority now. The CPC and Pierre Poilievre is really failing to gain traction. More people in Alberta may look at that and say, you know what? The Conservative Party of Canada is not coming to save us anytime soon.
Walk us through this, Nick.
No, so you can see, this shows the plus minus, the vote change when we roll up all of the by-elections, what's happened tonight. And you can see, if you look at Pierre Poilievre, he's down 14 percentage points. And you have the BQ up, the Libs up, the NDP generally flat, no change for the Green Party. The other key thing is that when we look at the riding of Terrebonne, Conservative support is at 3.3%, Heather. A far cry from 18%. So the big question is, where are those Conservative voters? Did they stay home?
A lot of them might have voted for the Bloc, though, to try to block the Liberals. But still, I mean, by-elections vote change, Poilievre, 9%-14%. That's incredible. I don't see any Conservative momentum lately at all. I see the exact opposite. I see Liberal momentum. If there was an election today, an honest election, not all these stupid floor crossers, I think the Liberals would be well over 200. That's just how I see it. And I think the polling backs that up. But with that said, thanks very much for watching my video. Please like, please subscribe. Have a great day.